my children? Where are they? There they go. Hey, babe. Never mind. Never mind. Oh. Okay. I look pretty. Oh, thank you. I was playing in makeup today. How is everyone doing? Right. I am very, very late. Yes. We are not going to talk about that. It takes me 2 hours, sometimes 4, to put makeup on. Shut up, Jared.
What? I'm on your side.
Sorry. We gonna wait for some more people to come in here? Oh, good. Oh, you get a promotion next Wednesday. Whoop, whoop. Alexa says hi. So this way. Is bringing no garbage bag up here?
I brought 2 up here.
Well, where the second one at?
I don't know.
Babe, I only got 1.
Bring it over.
Go this way. Gracias. You love me. You really love me. Give me that. Danke. Okie dokie. So, do you guys have your questions for wrestling? Because you're supposed to give me wrestling questions this first couple of minutes. Oh, thanks. Wow, what's that supposed to mean? I clean up nice. Oh, thank you, Bum Boy. Hi, Don Rex. Hi, Keelan. Hi, BGC. J Stone 23. Ryan. Alexis. Bank on Greg. Crazy Crayola. Who else is in here? I already mentioned Alexa, non-existent name. NBA Carlo. KOD. The One. More Than Acting. Queen Paco. Hello, 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 everybody. Okay, hi, Anthony. Hi, your boy, Jared. Almost didn't recognize me, child. Almost didn't recognize myself. Because the beat is strong, ain't it? I'm just playing. Oh, for reals. When you're a female or when you're a male, however you live your life, okay? And you don't feel pretty, and you sit down and put on makeup, makeup make you feel pretty, okay? So that's what Mama Tiff had to do. Hi, Bailey section. That's what I had to do. I had to put on makeup since the baseball ball. That was the last time I put on makeup, which was, I think, 3 weeks ago. And I just wanted to feel pretty. So, this first part of the Freestyle Friday is specifically for wrestling. So, all your wrestling questions, send them to me. Everything you want to ask me about it, please don't try to send more than one question. That makes me have to double back and watch and read more questions, and I don't want to have to do that. So if you send me more than one question, I'm going to ignore you. Okay? Gonna ignore you. Alright, so let's jump into the shit when I get grown. Forget you, okay? I can't help that. I am cute. I am cute. I'm joking. I do feel pretty though, which was kind of the point of all this. Because sometimes you feel a little fugly. So we have to do things to make ourselves look gorgeous. She said next time text one a bitch. My bagels. Shoot. Okay. Let me see if my camera will work. 'Cause now I'm wearing a different foundation today, and I wanted to know if it would work. It actually do work on me. It look nice. Okie dokie. So I got some questions, so I'm gonna read them. Hello, Caleb, James Killer, Quan. Thank you, Quan. Hello. Jerry about to come home, horny as fuck. Girl, I was putting this on while he was here. He all right? Oh, Hill Ziegler stole the show last night. You think so, huh? He did a good job. I'll say that. He made it interesting. I still say that 24/7 belt is hilarious, and it's about the best thing about both shows. Who do you want to see being on the next Raw Women's Champion? I'll answer you in a second, Anthony. Who do you think is going to win that showdown, Dolph or Kofi? I don't know why Ziggler was crying. That was weird. But like I said in my video, that's like that weird-ass boyfriend that you keep trying to break up with, but he don't want to break up with you. Yeah, you're supposed to stay away from him. Thank you, Nat by Hearts. Who do you think is going to win at the showdown? I definitely think Kofi's going to win at the showdown. Kofi's on the roll. Kofi got the championship hype right now. It's hot. It don't make no sense to take that belt off of him. So I say keep it on Kof, and I'm going to root for Kof because I want Kofi to retain. I want Kofi to be a lasting champion. If he can make it past SummerSlam, or at least 2 SummerSlam, I'd be happy with that. Okay? So, let's see. Thoughts on Dolph and Kofi? I just answered that, but I can go a little further. So, in regards to... I need to answer Anthony's question because he asked me who I think is going to go after the championship next. Thank you, Saquon. The next person who's going to go after... You can't get past my beautiful... Girl, it's just highlighter. And good foundation. And a lot of time. Because it took me almost 3 hours to finish this. Plus, I was not fully staffed with my tools, So I had to use, some stuff that I wouldn't normally use. But it came together. Anyway, so in regards to Anthony's question about the Raw Women's Championship, I think they're going to keep Lacey on Becky as of right now. I don't think they're going to take her off. Oh, honey. This is a wig, okay? You just pull it down far enough, and bitch, nobody's gonna know. So, yeah. Anywho's, I don't think Lacey's gonna be off of Becky. Becky gonna have to deal with Lacey again at Stomping Ground, and she's just not gonna be done with her for a minute. So, I would suggest that you guys get comfortable with Lacey being around and possibly lurking around that title for a little while. I think after that they'll let her go up against some other people, but I definitely want to see her go up against Naomi. I want to see what Naomi and somebody talk to me. Hold on. I want to see what Naomi and Becky could do in the ring against each other. So hold on, y'all. Trying to move fast and get these questions answered. So we can move into the other stuff. What is this? Oh, that's the story about her stuff. Okay. Yeah, I saw that. I do know that Ruby is injured. I just want to let y'all know that. I just want to know that I do know she's injured. Somebody told me that she was injured. I get, what's the name sends me stuff all the time. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Alita the Baddest always sends me stuff about wrestling, so I always have to find something. I'm always up on something. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, you like my makeup? Thank you, Tirza. She said, I'm tired of y'all asses. You and Tirza always doing it. I I didn't do anything. Tears will do. Tears will always come on here beat. I didn't do it. Right. I'm hungry now. Okay. Oh, my hair. Thank you, Julia. Thank you, KOD. Thank y'all. Y'all so sweet. Yeah, I've been seeing that. I seen that for a minute, Skylar. As a matter of fact, I saw it a couple days ago. Somebody posted it. Ringside News has been posting it non-stop. Oh, yeah. All right. Let me get through these questions. With Gail Kim, I understand. Because Gail was just, Gail was railroaded when she was there. And she sees... and she sees what these other women are going through. So I understand why Gail still comments on it. In regards to Liv Morgan, I don't know when Liv's gonna debut. I have no idea. Maybe they planning something for her and we just haven't, we gotta wait. In regards to Ryback, I think Ryback just got sour grapes. That's what I think. God, I ain't got no room on this damn table. I thought I did, and I don't. I ain't got no room on that table. You nervous? You nervous about going to the performance center or what, Anthony? But yeah, she do. No, J23. I'm not related to Awesome Kong. That's an odd question. Hi, Self-Made. Nuggets. Chicken nuggets. Alright. Hey, calm down. Relax. Unless you say something else ignorant or something ignorant I don't like, then they can go off. Alright. So, are you nervous for her debut? Depends on what they have planned for her. I want to see what they're going to do. Ryback is doing a lot. I see Gail Kim tweeting every day. But Ryback is worse. He putting out fake receipts and all kind of dumb shit. Anybody got time for Ryback? No, it's not you guys look alike. Don't get offended. Also, Cog is a very beautiful woman. It was an odd question, so I'm not offended. It was just a weird question for me. He did quit. And Gail is back wrestling in TNA, Don Rex. She's still wrestling. With all the rumors about wanting to leave, do you see WWE doing their yearly roster clean out? They already started. The Purge. The Purge happen every year. Some of them people they gotta keep because some of the guys have left already. You see, Todd Dillinger is gonna be like a double or nothing. WWE better get their shit together. Or it'd be like it was a couple years ago. Let me get some of these questions out of the way. Do you think Shayna Baszler will lose the NXT belt at TakeOver? I hope so. If you're asking me if I could see Io Shirai taking the belt off of her. No. But is it possible? Yeah, it's possible. Am I enjoying Becky's reign? It's fine. It's not the most exciting thing in the world. But I'm glad she only got one belt and not two. Do you think after Lacey lurking around, Natalya is the best, next best in line for Becky? I don't know. Do I think Natalya deserves a shot? Of course. But if you're asking me if she should be the next in line, not necessarily. If you're going to keep the belt on Becky and you want to keep Becky hot, you got to give her somebody that's going to inspire competition. So if Ruby wasn't injured, I'd be saying put Ruby on her. She's your next best heel. But I think it should be Naomi next. Sasha's not there. And since Becky kind of wavers between heel and face, it will work out in her favor. Alright. I'm done snacking and eating. I haven't forgotten Tamina. I just don't think putting Tamina on Becky immediately would work. Did you see the article that Becky may be back to 2 belts? Oh, you a mess. Look. Anything that Dave Meltzer says... anything that Dave Meltzer says is not to be taken with any type of strong consideration. Because one, when you read it, it never has any validity to it. There is nothing that Meltzer says that says, okay, I feel like if you lose, you're out the damn picture. Like, stick to this new rule you got. That's facts, Don Rex. That's facts. So, I feel like Becky should not get those belts back. I am 100% on them keeping those belts apart. Period. They need to keep those belts apart. Giving Becky them damn belts back is ridiculous. Thoughts on Naomi not winning Money in the Bank? I was sad because Naomi came out there in her Bumblebee outfit. That bitch slayed. Oh, thank you, Queen. It's a wig. It's a wig. If it get too hot in here, I'll snatch this damn thing off. Shit. That woman went in, and she was so good in that Money in the Bank. Her and Ember, they were amazing in the Money in the Bank. So I was really disappointed, but I wasn't upset that Bayley won. I was happy for Bayley because just like Naomi, I really, really wanted Bayley to shine. I'm not allowed to snatch mine off. Hater. Alright. Who are 3 wrestlers you see being released before 2019 ends? Okay. I can see Mojo Rawley being released, No Way Jose, and Apollo Crews. If I had to pick from the women, it'd probably be Dana, either Liv or Sarah. I'll pick Liv and Sarah. I mean, it's not necessarily that they have to be the ones, but those are the ones. Alana would be another one. Those would be the ones I would say for sure that if I had to be the one to cut somebody, I would cut them. But I would let Liv get a shot first before I would let her get cut. Sarah too. I I like Sarah. I think Sarah hasn't really had an opportunity to shine. And then with this wild card rule, it's overtaking the show. And it's allowing the show to be smothered by the bigger stars. So guys like Roman are taking over both shows. Guys like Kofi are taking over both shows. And as much as I love Kofi, Kofi needs to stay on SmackDown. SmackDown is his home. SmackDown is his bread and butter. And he needs to stay there. Would I cut the Iconics? Yes and no. Yes, I would cut Billy. Unless Billy went and got herself together. I disagree with you about the wild card rule because of how it was introduced and what it did. It's doing too much with it now. If they were doing stuff like, bringing over, I don't know, Braun Strowman occasionally on Smack. If it was occasionally, I don't have an issue with the wild card. But because it's happening every Sunday, every Monday, and every Tuesday, it's too much. It just needs to happen once in a blue moon. They have the wild card. Now, that makes the Survivor Series irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? Oh, gosh. Beauty is pain. How long do you think it would be before Becky gets completely stale? I give her until not Money in the Bank, but I give Becky until SummerSlam. And after SummerSlam, people ain't gonna want to see this new Becky that people keep talking about. Oh, something in my eye. Right now, she's overrated because they doing too much with her. Same thing with Charlotte. You don't want to see Charlotte because she's being overused. Hold on a second. Let me get some of this small stuff out the way. Lip color. Let me see if I can find it. Because I just used it when I put it up. So it was out of my way. It's Tootsie by Colored Rain and Bachelorette by Colored Rain. So it's these two colors. I put the Tootsie on first and then line my lip with it, and then I put the Bachelorette on top, and that kind of gave me this like mauvey purple lip that I got. I'll send you the link to it, Teresa. Don't worry. Let me get rid of some of this other stuff. Was last year a better Money in the Bank match for the women? No, not really. I preferred this year's Money in the Bank. Last year's Money in the Bank, Alexa won. I don't like it. I didn't like it then. I thought it really took out, because they had some heavy hitters in that match for Money in the Bank, and you stifled all of that talent to give it to Alexa. No, it was not a better match. Do you think Fox will ever get another title shot? If Vince McMahon is not at the helm and somebody else is at the helm, yes, she will get another title shot. The matches were great, but the ending for the first one, for one last year, I didn't like. So I prefer this year to last year. Do you think Liv Morgan will get repackaged, including a new name and look and theme? I don't think Liv's going to get her name changed. I think she's going to be repackaged, though. Bayley finally ditched the hugs. Do you feel needs a new look to match her new attitude? I think Bayley's attitude is just fine with her look. I know a lot of people want her to get rid of her ponytail, but I mean, that's a part of who she is. I'm hurting your eyes. Oh, wow. Thoughts on the women's division? It's lacking. There are not a lot of women in the women's division. The women's division is very poorly built, especially for those titles. I feel like at this point, if you're just going to continue to keep pushing Becky, Charlotte, Bayley, Alexa, and that's it, then ain't nobody else gonna come up. You know what I'm saying? Like when Bianca comes up, and when Shayna comes up, and when Io Shirai comes up, and when Maya Yim comes up, and the girl who has the dreads, her, when she comes up, what are you gonna do with them? How are you gonna fill them? And Ember too. I mean, like, what are you gonna do with them? Because you don't want to give Naomi a proper title reign. You don't want to give Ember a proper title reign. You don't want to push anybody else other than your golden few. And the women's division needs a lot of work in terms of creativity. It's Mia. My bad. My bad. Fuck you. I could mess up a name. Shit. Anywho, you can't. I mean, at this point, they got to figure out what they're gonna do and where they're going to take the women's division. They have to have proper rivalries between everybody, not just between certain people. They have to have proper rivalries between everybody, and it doesn't always have to have why you got to bring that up? Like, you always bringing up the dumb shit. Like, why you got to bring up my old stuff? That was in the past. Ooh. Caleb, no, she ain't right. Do you think Lacey Lane should eventually be caught up? Who is that? Who is Lacey Lane? Is she one of the NXT girls? Should Team Bad come back? I don't want to see Team Bad. I don't want to see Team Bad. Shove other people down our throats like you do with top people. That ain't gonna happen, bruh. Alright, what do you think about Ember wanting Alexa on SmackDown Live so they can form a tag team and vice versa? I think Alexa and Ember would play well off each other if Alexa can stop being injured. Oh, that's Lacey Lane. Okay. As far as I'm concerned, Lacey Lane, I haven't seen really much of Lacey Lane's persona. I've seen her wrestling. She's good. She's great. I just haven't seen much persona from her. And I want to see more from her. But I would have to watch NXT to see that. So, yeah. So I wouldn't mind. I don't want Ember and Naomi together. I prefer I like the team of Ember and Alexa. Alexa can do fine. If Alexa is... Stop listening. If Bliss is doing, her just due to be in the tag team, her attitude is what probably won't, allow her to do that. But she could be a champion again, Lacey had a match with Leo in her indie days, and that shit was hilarious. Okay. Thoughts on Nia Jax's surgery? As far as I know, her surgery went well. I saw her working out a couple weeks back. She had double braces. Hold on. Ooh, gotta get comfortable. She had double braces on her knees, but she seemed to be okay. So, I can't wait to see if Nia comes back after Stomping Ground and she's okay, But Alexa's issue wasn't a concussion. She had some other minor injury, and the doctors wouldn't clear her due to that injury. But if she can, recover from her all these injuries she keeps getting or having, if she can recover from them, then I wouldn't mind seeing Ember Moon and Alexa be a tag team like I said before. I think it would work. What do you think AEW getting a promotion on the channel TNT? And what's in store for them? What can they improve to not end up like ECW or WCW? Yeah, she is a concussion prone, unfortunately. Which is why she had to take, and some of the people who are in the ring with her have to take certain precautions with her. She, she can't be hitting the mat, so hard and taking heavy bumps. But she can get beat, she's got to learn how to fall right so she doesn't get in, hit in the head so much. Unfortunately, that's the nature of the business. I would like to see Alexa, if she can't wrestle no more, then I would like to see her as a GM. She would work perfect as a heel GM. They need to bring GMs back because I'm tired of seeing Shane McMahon's Cabbage Patch head ass running around on both shows. You don't see nobody else. Occasionally you'll see fucking Triple H, and that's it. Don't nobody want to see Shane's ass with his whip movement and his fucking Jordans that he be buying, that his little nephews be telling him what to get and where to get it from. I ain't got time. Fuck Shane McMahon. I'm sick of him. In terms of AEW, first of all, here's the thing. Here's why I'm not hyped for AEW. The problem is AEW still has to put on a product. I've been saying this, and everybody keep coming at me. Well, I'm leaving. I'm going to watch AEW. Fine, go watch it. But you have not been. They haven't put on a show yet, girl. Somebody giving them the tips, and it ain't them, because they mama can't dress and they daddy can't dress. So, I mean, not really. How you gonna be at war with something that ain't even into fruition yet? They fear AEW. They fear them because they're not just some startup. They're brought in by Cody Rhodes, who was raised in the company. He knows the ins and outs of WWE. And they should have some fear of AEW, but not to the extent where you feel like your business is going to suffer because of it. AEW has not put on no show yet. Not nan show yet. Not nan. Their women's division is lacking, if you ask me. They got a lot of work to do on their women's division. And for, hold on. Is everything okay? Y'all can hear me now? Their women's division is lacking. They beefed up their women's division. They beefed up their men's division. But they put all their stock in Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho. And they ain't got no women, as far as I'm concerned, that I know of on their roster besides some people that came from TNA, a couple people that have been on the indie scene for a while, and the person Sabu mentioned in the live a couple days ago. That's it. Their roster is shorter than the women's roster for the WWE. I don't mean the women on their roster are not good at what they do. I mean they're lacking in numbers. Their men's roster is twice the size of their women's roster. It's very much the same with WWE. But when you look at the roster as a whole for WWE, the women's roster is expanding. The women's roster for AEW is what it is. It is what it is. And for Brandy Rhodes to be at the helm of the division for the women, that's a problem. Your ass should be the first one hiring more women in the damn company. I'm not underestimating AEW, but I'm also not going to jump to conclusions before I see a product. I want to see a product. I want to see what you do. I want to see what you can put on. I want to see what kind of show you're going to do. What's going to make you stand out from the rest of the pile? Besides the fact that Cody Rhodes and Brandy Rhodes are at the helm with the Young Bucks and Chris Jericho and JR. I want to see what y'all going to do. So, what could they do to improve to not end up like ECW and WCW? Don't change your product according to what the WWE is doing. Because ECW tried to emulate what they saw. And on top of that, Paul Heyman was siphoning money from ECW. So one thing I would say is make sure you got people around you that can be trusted. WCW's product went down because they kept trying to take top dollar. Well, it's $40. It's $49.99 for the pay-per-view. So I misspoke. So it's about $50 to see the Double or Nothing or the All or Nothing pay-per-view, whatever it's called. The AEW pay-per-view. It's $50. It's not $60. $10 cheaper. So, You don't know because you don't watch Ring of Honor or New Japan Wrestling. They have a real women's division. You wouldn't know because you don't watch independent wrestling. I'm sorry. Well, let me put it this way. No, I do not watch Ring of Honor. No, I do not watch New Japan Pro Wrestling. I do know that that Ring of Honor has Angelina Sky and that other girl from what is it, the Beautiful People or something like that. That was in TNA. Ring of Honor is picking up a lot of TNA people. From what I've seen, they had old girl that was here in the WWE. She's been with them, but she's injury prone, so she's got taken out. I have seen some matches from Ring of Honor, and I've seen some old matches from New Japan Wrestling. The wrestling aspect is not the issue, which is why I always tell y'all when y'all come at me like that about independent wrestling, it's not about the matches. Because if it was all about matches, then, well, WWE wouldn't be in trouble now, would they? Because technically they put on decent matches. There's nothing wrong with their matches. Their matches are fine. It's the storylines that are lacking. It's the entertainment aspect that's lacking. And that's what I'm talking about. So, no, I don't know about Ring of Honor and New Japan Wrestling. But I do know if you want to keep a well-rounded set of fans, you have to be able to appeal to all of them. Not just those of us who like to watch wrestling matches. Some of us enjoy all aspects of wrestling, which is the wrestling, the soap opera, the drama, everything. We enjoy all of it. Not just watching people flip around in the ring for 20 minutes. Sometimes that's entertaining, yeah, but you want to see a build-up to it. You want to see rivalries. Tommaso Ciampa and Gargano is a very good example of how you build up a rivalry between two people and still put on awesome, technically sound, good matches. That's what I'm talking about. So, are we clear? Okay, good. That's her name. Thank you. That's what WWE is lacking, not enough matching, and that's what AEW is going to bring to the table. AEW can bring that to the table all they want to. Ring of Honor is doing the same thing. What's going to be the difference between AEW and Ring of Honor? You just said it yourself. So does New Japan Wrestling. They do the same thing. They bring on sound matches. There's nothing really wrong with WWE's matches. Most of the matches that they have are pretty decent. They're pretty good matches. It's not like, it's not like the matches aren't good. Kofi Kingston's match with Kevin Owens was good at Money in the Bank. The match that Becky had with Lacey Evans was a good match. The match that the Money in the Bank ladder matches were amazing, both for the women and the men. It's great. WWE's not lacking on putting on performance. They're lacking on their entertainment. Period. Has nothing to do with the type of matches they're putting on. Now, if you're talking about the people they're putting in matches, where matches are not that great, I can agree with that. Some matches aren't great, and you're right. And you're right. Seth versus AJ was a good match. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not paying for AEW, I'm not paying that $50 to watch AEW. I pay $10 to watch pay-per-views. $10 a month. That niggas, but back to Thomas's question, what they have to do in order to stay out of that realm of WCW, it's out of seat. Is it working now? Am I talking and everything's coming together? Let me take it off the Wi-Fi. Hold on. Is that better? Can y'all see me better? Can y'all hear me better? No, it just paused because I took it off the Wi-Fi. Is it better? Can y'all see me? It's freezing now? Okay, it's better. Okay. I had to put it on my data because it was on the house Wi-Fi. Alright, some of these questions that are at the bottom I may not get to, but I want to answer some of the ones that are at the top because I haven't answered them. It's lagging? Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, imagine Charlotte and Lacey together doing double somersault moonsaults. Did it fix? Did it adjust? We good now? Have a good night, Anthony. I didn't feel disrespected, but I did feel like you was trying to tell me I didn't know what I was talking about. The simplest explanation I can give you about me watching indie wrestling and just watching WWE is that would spread me way too thin. And I can't watch all those programs and keep up with all of that stuff and do all of that and still do what I do on Instagram. So I stick to what I know and what I like. As I said, it's not about their wrestling quality because all of those promotions put on good wrestling matches. You just don't want to see Roman Reigns be the only one going up against people. And you definitely don't want to see AJ and Seth be the only one getting belts and titles all the time. The same works for the women's division. You don't want to see Charlotte and Becky constantly wrestling each other. And you don't want to see them constantly getting belts all the time. You want variety. You want new stuff. Now, I'm not saying the women at AEW are not good wrestlers. That's not what I'm speaking on. What I'm talking about is the quality of the product that they're going to put on TV for at least an hour or two every week. They have got to be able to live up to the hype that they've created. Not the competition that they're having with the WWE, because they're not in competition with the WWE. They're in competition with themselves. They're the ones who've hyped themselves up and been throwing digs at the WWE for the last 6-7 months. Okay? It's them. WWE ain't been saying shit about AEW in the news. Ain't been putting up fucking videos and talking about people and having a whole YouTube channel where they talking about other promotions and shit. That's not happening. That's happening on AEW's part. So AEW is putting all the pressure on themselves. They're the ones who are going to have to perform. And if you ask me, I'm pretty sure that pay-per-view Double or Nothing is going to be awesome. Especially if you love Kenny Omega and you love Sonny Kiss, I think it's going to be amazing. Great. What are you going to do in the fall when TNT hits and it's time for you to put on a decent program? Mommy put in that work. I love my mommy. Thank you, darling. You got to be able to put on a decent program. Period. Okay? That's it. And it's not about your wrestling. It's about the quality of your stories, how they're structured, what their creative is going to do. Because it has to be something that people are going to be invested in. If it's not, people ain't going to watch it. And they go back to what they know. I'm about to find a bootleg site to watch AEW like I used to do before WWE Network. Oh, shit. God. Oh, okay. Thank you, MCM. I appreciate that. Talking to K-Love. Okay. T-shirt company? What do you mean, Buddy Wrestling? If you want a t-shirt, the link is in the bio. You can buy the t-shirt off of Teespring. Tears is saying hi, babe. Babe. Mm-hmm. Tears has said hi. Alright. Thoughts on Kevin Owens not wanting to go to Saudi? I don't blame him. K-Love said hi. Please say it right so she'll start acting stupid.
K-Love.
Thank you.
How
Look.
you doing?
Look at that. Look at God. Look at God. Look at God. made this foundation oxidize really nice. I think that is my color. It was real yellow when I put it on earlier. Okay. Thoughts on Kevin Owens going to Saudi? I agree with Kevin Owens 100% not going to Saudi Arabia. I don't blame him. She said, I'm good, Geraldo. Thanks for asking. She said, is that so hard? He a mess. You a mess. I wouldn't go either because it's too much drama and I don't want to be caught up in their bullshit. And WWE really got themselves in a bind with this Saudi Arabia shit. And I wouldn't go either. Absolutely not. It wouldn't surprise me if Sammy don't go either. I got shit last time I said this, but I hate the wild card rule. I can understand now why you hate the wild card rule because it's overused. Kofi and the people from SmackDown are being used to sell Raw and to get Raw ratings up, and then on SmackDown to make the tag team division look better, they are using the Usos and they bringing Sami Zayn over every week, and it's just like, bitch, why? Like, you could have left it the way it was. Sammy's blacklisted. Probably from what things that he said about the war, about the Syrians having, being messed up the way that they are. I'm not surprised. Do you hear the Iconics? Did you hear that the Iconics defended their title after SmackDown? Yeah, I heard. They retained. I think that the wild card rule would work if they didn't use it so often. It's just like against Asuka and Kairi Sane, I believe it was. It's like every time. My mother is the truth. I don't blame him. Shit. Somebody gotta be there for his people. And since the government don't want to get involved and he can do something, I'm all for that. I like Sami Zayn as a person. I just don't like his heel character. It gets on my damn nerves. He's very pretentious. All up in your shit. Like, you need to look inside yourselves. Bitch, what we gonna do that? Like, do you want us to get a damn microscope, bitch? Like, why is you so angry? Woo! I was parched. That 24/7 title is hilarious. I am Damien. What does this mean? I'm gonna give you a minute. Hello, Jacob. I agree, Kay. That nigga be running. And I love it. What is going on with these women tag titles? They can't vacate. They can vacate now. Tell Jared to smile. He looking so uptight. Who pissed in your controller today, sir? That's how he looked when he played the video game. He look like that all the time. Right, Buddy Wrestling. You see what I'm saying? Like, him having that babyface character, that shit would have made that whole arena go bananas if he was his face character. But girl. BGC, I don't know what you was asking me. Why do WWE pay-per-views be back-to-back? We need a break to build up the storyline first. It wouldn't be back-to-back if it wasn't for the Super Show. The Super Show is what makes it back-to-back. Because they add in these extra pay-per-views in between the main pay-per-views. And that's causing a lot of extra travel, extra work, and that's why some of their wrestlers are getting injured so badly, because they're working more than usual. No, there aren't any women's tag teams, not like that. They're gonna have to create some. Hey, Sabu. Poor Lio Rush. He at home doing YouTube videos. He prefers to be at home doing YouTube videos. He feels like he's disrespected. I'm not gonna tell that man what he can and can't do. I respect what he's trying to do, and I hope he gets everything that he's owed and what he deserves. I feel like Lio Rush was underused. At first, I do feel like Leo's being a little too, he's getting a little too big for his britches for me. But I do understand where he's coming from. He's like, I'm not being used. But I think if Lio had just waited his time out a little bit, K-Love said, bless you.
Thank you.
I think if he had waited his time out a little bit, he probably would have been Cruiserweight champion next. You know what I'm saying? So, wait, why is he at home? Because he told WWE he wasn't coming back, so they got their shit together, I guess. So he's filming YouTube videos. Him and his wife are filming them together. He got his little boys doing it, I think. Lio is very talented, but having talent sometimes can make you arrogant. And having talent sometimes can make you so overly arrogant that it can stifle your career before it can even get started. Do I think Lio Rush is a stand-up guy and he's very smart and very motivational? Absolutely. I think Lio Rush is probably one of the best people in that locker room, skill-wise, talent-wise, and then the way he thinks, how he operates, how he values himself. You know what I'm saying? I agree with him, and I think that he definitely, but I still think that every wrestler that comes into the business has to bide their time. They have to wait till their time. Now, I'm not saying you got to wait Kofi Kingston time, 11 years and 15 years, and I'm not saying you have to do any of that. What I'm saying is you just have to have patience. Lio hadn't been on the main roster long enough to have this kind of an issue. You see what I'm saying? He hasn't been there long enough to have this kind of an issue. He's good, but he needed to wait a little bit. But I do understand how he feels. He could have been doing more. Yeah, but he had the spotlight. This is the thing. Lio wasn't in the back waving the latest leap. He was in the front with Bobby Lashley. He was his talking piece. He was the reason why he became IC champion to begin with. He was the reason why he kept the title so long. He definitely was a fixture on Monday Night Raw. He had everything. But he wanted more. He could not wait. All Lio had to do was just wait. If by SummerSlam he wasn't in major storyline or title contingency, I could understand why he was upset, why he was so pissed. You feel me? But it hadn't even gotten there yet. It hadn't even gotten there yet. This heifer said, thank you, Maj. This heifer said, Lio worth a $15 bag of Cheetos. Okay. Now, you know you're wrong. You know you're wrong for that. Oh, please don't start with the rotation, Sabu. Kayla already on the 1,000. She gonna be cussing your ass out. Y'all gonna be going back and forth. How you want Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins type money and you ain't even got there yet? You ain't even on that level yet. She said it real loud. We talking about WWE right now, and then in the next live, which I'm going to be starting in about 16 minutes. The next live is going to start in 16 minutes, and that's going to be the regular stuff. We ain't talking about Lio Rush's dick. We talking about that. Do you think Ashley going to be in the Hall of Fame next year? I don't know. I don't mean to speak ill of the dead, but I don't think Ashley should be put in the Hall of Fame next year. I do. Thank you, all legit. I do think that they should start running some memoriams for the Hall of Fame and making sure that these wrestlers are remembered when they pass away. They did not do that on Monday Night Raw this week or SmackDown. At least I didn't see it. Maybe I missed it. Did I miss it, babe?
I didn't see it.
Did y'all see, like, in loving memory of Ashley Mazzaro in the front of Raw this week or SmackDown this week? Did they do that? I didn't skip your question, Tirza. She did. She main evented. She main evented WrestleMania with Melina. So I answered all your questions. I don't even see yours up here. Oh, the 5 pay-per-views. Okay, I wouldn't mind them going back to 5 pay-per-views a year, like they did in the 90s. Oh, they did it at Money in the Bank. Okay. No, it's the first one. Still, I'm finna end it in like a minute or so, because actually I'm a little early, because I started at 9:51. Maria did a tribute. I saw her tribute. It was on her hand. I saw it. Alright, some of your questions I didn't get to because some of this stuff was long. I'm going to try to answer them fast. Who do you see the next Raw Women's Champion? More than likely the next Raw Women's Champion will probably be Lacey. Before her, I could see Naomi being it. Is Sarah injured? I think Sarah might be injured, or she might just be taking a vacation. I don't know. I'm not sure. It was at the beginning before the intro. I didn't see it. We was watching from the beginning, wasn't we, babe? Money in the Bank, because we was watching, yes, I saw the GoFundMe. I posted about the stuff for that Lillian and the other girls did. I do see a woman winning the 24/7 title. I do see that. Doctor posted a screenshot of Becky tapping out and her fans was commenting mad. First of all, Becky tapped out. Stop being a bitch. Okay? Get your shit together. Stop acting like it didn't happen, because it happened. It's not that fucking serious. I hate when people go half cocked off of some shit and start attacking people for what they post. Nobody say nothing when people be posting stuff about people you really don't care about or people you don't like. You only bitch and moan when it's people that you love. So, leave it like this. Say your piece and be done with it. And stop attacking people over a post. Like, that shit is ridiculous. She tapped out. So what? Why are you mad about it? Well, good for the Iconics, Buddy Wrestling. I don't understand why you had to put this in my questions. But good for the Iconics, because you know I don't give a fuck about no damn Iconics. You know that. You know that. What do you think of if Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross teamed up? If Nikki Cross teamed up with Alexa, she'd be a fool. Alexa ain't never been nobody's friend but her own in character. And I wouldn't team up with her if I was Nikki Cross. I would go somewhere else. Personally, if I was Nikki, I would have been asked to put on SmackDown so I could team up with Ember and be a tag team. But do I watch How to Get Away with Murder? No, I do not. Do you think Nia Jax should be solo or with the team? I think Nia should be solo. I prefer her solo. I don't want to see her and Tamina team back up with each other. No shade to Tamina, but I just don't want to see that. I've seen it enough, and I'm done with watching it. I don't want to see it. Ooh, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. It's probably going to be Asuka and Kairi Sane that's going to face them. I don't know. You like my post to Nikki, girl. Are you go home Monday? Are you want to leave? She don't want to leave, Jared.
Yeah.
She's still in Paris, you know. All right, so my live is ending. I'm about to go out.